We have covered all things Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, including we tracked along with the trial. We covered all of the post-trial, some of it being nonsense, some of it just being just the craziness. And so I have two updates for you, one of which does include Amber Heard, and the other just has to do with another lawsuit that Johnny Depp has been involved with. So the first one, as I'm sure you guys have seen this week. So Amber Heard had filed a number of motions, right? So post-verdict, asking the court to say that there was a mistrial. And there was a number of reasons given to the court, but the one that most of us heard the most about was because she was saying this juror number 15. That juror number 15 was supposed to be, and I forget the exact age, I think, like 77, but the person that showed up was like 55. And so they go, if it wasn't, and this was their argument, if it wasn't the correct juror, and we had to have a unanimous verdict, which there was, right? So, Johnny Depp getting a $10 million verdict with some additional damages, then there needs to be a mistrial, and we need to start all over. And when I kind of heard about this initially, I go, that makes sense. If in fact there was fraudulent activity and the wrong person was there altogether, then I think that would absolutely be a basis for a mistrial, because if it took one person to have a difference of opinion, well, seemed like a good argument to me. So we did hear from the judge, and let me go back through this. All right, so the judge said, quote, defendant Amber Laura Heard's post-trial motions 1 through 6, okay, there's 6 motions filed, are denied. Okay, so a unilateral denial for the reasons stated on the record. So the judge actually put her opinion over several pages because she was quite annoyed. All right, so the judge said that under Virginia rules, Heard's legal team should have raised the issue at the time the jury was picked, because what happened is that there was a summons sent, and it was the correct person who lived in the house, right, by that name. So it was the correct address, and it was someone who had that legal name. So if there was, for example, this issue or misunderstanding about a birth date, the judge is saying that Amber Heard's team had every opportunity, as they took, for example, a whole day vetting the jury, and then throughout the entire trial, right, over 6 weeks to bring this up. So again, the summons did not include a birth date, but the juror wrote their birth date on a questionnaire, which I guess Amber Heard's team caught later, maybe. And so this was it seemed to be kind of a free-for-all, and they were slinging whatever they could up against the wall to try to get the trial court judge to reverse the decision, dismiss, remand, whatever she's going to do. And the answer was no. So we, of course, now we have the appeal that Amber Heard's attorneys are going to be filing. That's pending. But as another follow-up on kind of what's going on with Johnny Depp, we know he's working on a film, but apparently he's punching crew members. So the allegation by Greg Brooks, who worked as a location manager on a 2018 film, City of Lies, claimed that Depp punched him twice. Okay, and this was an on-set conflict. And so, after the allegation had kind of happened, I guess, the studio's like, you need to sign a waiver of claim as related to this incident with Johnny Depp. This guy wouldn't sign anything, and so he got fired. So he's saying there's been a whole lot of bad things that happened from this. Not only was it, assault and battery, I've had emotional distress, there was wrongful termination. So he brought this lawsuit, and we know now that, there has been settlement. So this thing was supposed to go to a trial, which would be in January of 2023. But, there was settlement. And I think for a lot of us, when there's settlement, sometimes it gives the appearance that that thing did happen, right? So the person who's being sued is guilty. And I don't know if that's the case here, because from what I am reading and what my understanding is, the interaction was Mr. Brooks was on set, and they had a permit to be in a particular location, and they were beyond time. And so what Mr. Brooks is claiming is that, we were supposed to be out by 10. I think Johnny Depp was either directing a scene or somehow involved in controlling the scene. But in any case, Depp was like, I'm not done. I want to get this extended shot. It was getting close to 11. Brooks is like, we gotta shut down. And he even had, I guess, off-duty police with him because he was worried about what Johnny Depp was gonna do. And so they're saying, Johnny Depp punched him, or Mr. Brooks is saying, punched him twice in the lower left side of his rib cage. Okay, so not that it makes it any better or worse. I think from the headlines, it kind of sounds like we are, punching each other and knocking each other out in the face. So I don't know if this was some kind of, playful punching you in the ribs, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter, right? So if you put your hands on someone, you have now potential tortious claims of assault, of battery. So, what we do know is that they decided to settle, so this will not be proceeding to a trial. And once they do have that finalized settlement agreement, they will submit it to the court and the court will dismiss the case.